All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. So this video is going to be a countdown of the top 5 worst accidents on stage or in a bodybuilding competition. So starting off at number 5, we have this infamous Synthol leak on stage. So the furthest bodybuilder to the left-hand side, pay attention to him as he hits this back double bicep pose. He has a shoulder infection due to Synthol use, and the shoulder actually springs a leak and starts leaking out white pus during his posing routine. Now, I have this in number 5 because it is disgusting, but this guy fully recovered after this, and there was no, really serious injury or death, as we're going to see in some of these other incidences. So in the number 4 spot, we have Paul Dillet's collapse on the Arnold Classic stage in 1994. So we have this in number 4 because the Arnold Classic is obviously the second biggest show in bodybuilding, so this happened in front of quite a large audience of bodybuilding fans, and it was quite well known. So essentially what happened here was Paul Dillett cramped up during his posing routine. He was unable to move some of his muscles. He screamed out in pain, "Oh God," while he was on stage, and he had to be carried off stage by several of the backstage helpers. And there are several famous photos of him, being laid and stretched out on a table backstage where he looks like he's just in a severe amount of pain and discomfort. And again, this is one of the most well-known bodybuilders to have this happen to them. As we will see later on in this video, he was not the only one. So in the 3rd place spot, we have the Greek bodybuilder that slapped a judge in the face after losing a competition. So we have this in 3rd place, although it wasn't really an accident so much as it was a competition that did not go as planned. So we could call that an accident because I'm sure these judges definitely didn't plan on this show ending with the loser slapping them in the face. So this happened fairly recently at the 2016 IFBB Diamond Cup. The bodybuilder was a Greek bodybuilder named Giannis Magos. So he basically was disappointed that he did not win the show, and he open hand slapped the judge after losing. So although nobody was seriously injured, this is probably one of the biggest examples of a bodybuilding show going wrong and not going as planned. So in the 2nd place spot, we have bodybuilder Dallas McCarver collapsing at the Arnold Classic Australia. Now, this actually happened very, very recently. This was the 2017 Arnold Classic Australia. Dallas McCarver collapsed on stage. There's a lot of video of it, whereas with the Paul Dillett collapse that we saw earlier, there was no real video. There's a lot of pictures of it, but Dallas McCarver's happened in the age of social media, so this definitely went viral, and a lot of people saw it. And again, this was at an Arnold Classic event, so one of the biggest events in bodybuilding. And unfortunately, that same year, 2017, Dallas McCarver would later pass away, so it's still unclear if there was any connection between the 2017 collapse and the 2017 death of Dallas McCarver. So that is why we have that ranked in number 2, just because the sheer impact it had on the sport and the impact that it may have had on Dallas McCarver. May he rest in peace. So in the number 1 spot, we have a bodybuilder who actually died as a result of his accident. So this bodybuilder's name was Sifiso Lungelo Thabete. So this was a South African bodybuilder who attempted a backflip during his competition posing routine, and it did not end very well for him. He landed on his neck in a very awkward way, and it actually broke his neck, and he died on the spot. Unfortunately, this was captured on video and then went viral, making it one of the most well-known incidences or accidents in bodybuilding history. So that is the list of the top 5 worst bodybuilding accidents in bodybuilding history. Thank you guys for watching the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.